Good morning, everybody. My name is Shannon. This is Cosmic Goddess Healing. I'm going to try the AirPods again today to see if sound is better for people. Welcome in my divine feminines, my divine masculines, my beautiful star seeds, my soul tribe. Welcome into anyone that feels guided to come and watch my videos. Fear is a topic that I want to talk about this morning. As I was meditating this morning, I was meditating on a lot of different things, but last night I was guided to watch the love story of Shiva and Shakti. And it's insane, not to go off track, but it is insane to me how incredibly similar their love story is to the twin flame journey, and I resonated so much with their story last night. But a big theme of their story, if you watch it you'll understand, but basically Shakti comes back reincarnated as a Parvati or Parvati, however some people pronounce it. But Shiva was afraid. He had a lot of fear to allow her back into his life because of the pain of losing her in the previous life. And then I started to think of the fear that's in the world right now and what a scary time that we are living in, but not at the same time. Like, I don't have fear. I am not an afraid person in the world today. I think that has a lot to do with my spiritual journey, my awakening process, this new timeline that I've stepped into. Like, fear just, it doesn't exist. It does in small ways, so like little ways. So, I'm in a new role at work, and in that role, it involves some public speaking. And I've always been really afraid of public speaking for fear of being judged. But here I am, public speaking on YouTube for the whole world to see. So I'm slowly moving past that fear. And it's not even a fear that debilitates me or I can't step forward. It's, you know what? My boss once said, it's because you care so much. The fear is good. The fear shows you it's because you care. And it is true. I think a little bit of fear is healthy because it shows that you give a shit about something. It shows that you care deeply about something. But I don't have the same fears that I used to have in my life. I'm not afraid of lack anymore. I'm not afraid of the future anymore. I'm not afraid of living, basically. And I used to be so afraid of so many things, and I was always afraid I was never going to have enough, and I'd always be in this place of struggle and lack and poverty, and that's not true. I'm not in that place anymore. And even though there isn't even a whole lot of evidence yet to show me that, I don't have the fear anymore. And that's because I chose to do the work too. That's because I chose to look back at my past, face it all, heal it all, and step forward, which is, it's not an easy path to choose, and it's not an easy journey. But I do believe that it needs to be addressed in the world right now. The amount of fear that people are experiencing right now because there's so many unknowns, and the 3i Atlas and all these things happening. And of course, society, the news, the governments, they want to use these things to scare people, just like they used COVID to scare people, so they can control better. So I felt this morning that it was really important to talk about how to overcome this fear. And what is the opposite of fear? It's faith and love. And I was told this morning that people who don't believe in something greater than themselves are the ones that are going to suffer and stay in the most fear because they feel they have to do everything on their own. They don't feel like they have something greater than themselves walking beside them, helping them along the journey, guiding their steps, so they stay in fear. And the card of the day that I put on my Instagram page today was Thicket of Thorns, Uncertainty. And I'm going to show you that card because this card is all about fear to me. It's the uncertainty of where is our future going? Where is our world heading? How is our earth going to be for our kids? All this fear around, what's going on in the United States with their very crazy president, and It's just so much fear. But if you have a belief in something greater than yourself and you're waking up to the signs around you, like she's got all of these little signs pointing in this direction, the path is being lit up for her. So this card really reminded me this morning too that it's really important to have some type of a belief in something greater than yourself. That is sort of the first step to moving out of this fear. And then you need to look at, once you've sort of mastered, okay, I believe in something. It can be a tree for all I care, that you have a special tree that you go to, that you feel a connection with, that you feel is helping you in some way. That's it. It doesn't need to be God. It doesn't need to be any of these big figures that a lot of religions talk about. If you're not comfortable with that, that's fine. You can even call it universe. If you're not comfortable with the word God or Allah or whatever, Buddha, you can call it universe. But I think the first step to overcoming fear is you have to have faith in something. You must have faith in something greater than yourself. And that's the first step. And the second step, I'm being told, is you need to face the fear. For me, my biggest fear in life was lack, was that I was never going to have enough, that I was always going to be in poverty, that I was always going to be struggling, that I was never going to be able to experience the things in life that I wanted to experience. And this was the loop that was constantly playing in the back of my mind all day long. And it wasn't until I finally looked at the fear and realized it's false evidence appearing real. That's what fear is, false evidence appearing real. And oh God, I don't know what that just happened. Sorry, my throat chakra. Sorry for the cough in your ear. That was very weird. Almost like something doesn't want me to speak this. So I'm going to speak it even louder right now because something is trying to block me from speaking this. And I'm not going to allow that. So the second step is facing the fear. Looking at the thing that you're most afraid of and overcoming it. And how I overcame that fear of lack was I started gravitating to people like Bob Proctor. I started watching The Secret. I started watching things that would empower me to help me understand that I am an unlimited being with the unlimited potential to have and be and do everything that I desire in this life. That is the truth. That is the reality. I am not limited. I do not have to stay in a place of struggle, and I have manifested large amounts of money throughout my lifetime, but I wasn't in a place of healing yet. I wasn't in a place where I could hold on to that money. So the 2 times that I manifested money, it slipped through my fingers. I spent it, it was gone. I have nothing to show for it. And that's because I wasn't holding the frequency of abundance yet. I was learning and I was understanding the information, but I wasn't resonating with that information yet. I wasn't embodying the vibration of abundance yet. And I am now I am embodying the vibration of abundance, and I am no longer afraid of lack. It's gone. That fear is just completely gone for me. I'm no longer afraid of being alone. I'm no longer afraid of being seen in the world. That was another big fear of mine, being seen, being judged, because I knew my purpose involved being very seen by the world. That fear is gone now as well. So to sum that up, to overcome the fear, you have to find something to have faith in. And then once you found something to have faith in, then it's face the fear. Look at what the fears are. Be honest with yourself and find people to help you to overcome those fears. That is going to be I'd say the first 2 steps to start with if you are a person that is experiencing a lot of fear. And I'm available too. Like if you want to reach out to me, if you want to talk something through with me, if you're feeling confused about something or you just need a little bit of additional guidance on something, email me, message me. Like I'm super available. I'm super flexible. I want to help people. I don't want to see people stuck in their limited beliefs anymore. I want to empower people and help people realize that they are very unlimited beings that can have anything that their hearts desire. It just takes a little bit of work to get up to the vibration of attracting that into your light. So, because there's so much fear, I wanted to kind of ask Spirit for a little bit of hope. I wanted to ask Spirit, and I'm going to use the Sacred Forest deck. I want to ask Spirit just additional information of what can help my collective in this great time. Okay, that's way too many. Sorry, Spirit. What is something that can help? I'm going to shuffle these again. What is something that can help my collective in this great time of fear? Can you give me some messages, Spirit, for my collective, which can help them in this great time where fear seems to be the common theme around the world right now? Can you give my collective some advice on how to overcome this fear? Okay, wow. So, wow. So Magic, Moonlight Enchantment came out. I mean, I think this totally speaks for itself. Like, believe. This card makes me think, and like I have a tattoo on my wrist that says believe. I look at this tattoo a lot, or I did in the past, and I'm grateful I put it on my wrist where I could see it. But believe in the magic. Believe that you are an unlimited being. Believe in the possibilities of what you can have, because that's what started it for me. That was the spark that started it for me. Was I knew deep down in my heart that I was meant for something great. I knew in my heart that I was not meant to struggle. I knew that God did not want me to struggle. So I started to believe in the magic of law of attraction, the magic of changing your vibration, of quantum jumping. I started to investigate these things and truly believe in that magic. And the number of this card is 25. So for people that numbers mean something, it's number 25. The next card out is Toadstools, Growth, 44. And I think this just confirms what I said. You need to do the work. You need to face the fear and grow and overcome it, because it is truly false evidence appearing real. And if you can have the courage to face that fear dead in its face, and realize that you can overcome it, that's where the growth happens. And this is encouraging you that you need to overcome those fears, because freedom is what awaits you. I feel free. Truly, this is Eagle Spirit. This card is number 13. My birthday, by the way, December 13th is my birthday. I'm a Sagittarius. But I am free. This card is freedom. And if you can face your fears and overcome them, freedom is what awaits you. You will be free from all of this crap. Oh my God. Oh my God. And card number 11, Dragon, Power. I feel very connected to dragons. And for those of you out there that resonate with that, look them up. Look up the dragons. Thor's gold, black, and red dragon, I think, is the dragon that I am most connected with. But you are going to empower yourself. You are going to empower yourself. There is power in breaking free from fear. Society doesn't want you to break free from fear. Society wants to keep you down. Governments, distorted masculine energies and power, they want to keep control over you. They have to keep you in fear. Stop watching the friggin' news. Stop watching the things that are controlled by these distorted masculine energies. Stop filling your head with all this nonsense, and that's all it is fear. If you watch the news and you're someone that has CP24 or any news channel on all the time in the background, what do you think that's doing to your mind? You are filling your brain every day with nothing but fearful thoughts. Empower yourself. Spirit wants you to have power. Power comes from growth, from doing the work, from looking and facing the past, facing your fears and saying, screw you, fear. I'm going to overcome this. I'm going to learn what my power is. Again, my throat is trying to go. I am going to learn how to use my unlimited capabilities and my power, and I am not going to be held back by fear any longer. No more. And then Willow Spirit, flexibility, number 48. Yeah, I think this card is urging you or asking you, not urging you, but to be flexible, to have an open mind. I think this is be open-minded to the possibilities. Some people don't believe in law of attraction and they think it's nonsense, but you know what? That's where the magic is. That's where the magic is. And Spirit is asking you, for the doubters out there, be flexible, because you will be surprised by the outcome if you just give this a try. Just give what I'm saying a try and do it. Don't just sit back and go, no, that's not going to work. I'm not doing that. How do you know? If you haven't tried what I'm saying, try it. Trust me, I am the living proof right here that this works, that these techniques work. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm on this channel. That's why I'm making these videos. And this video feels very, very important because we are really in a time of fear and we need to change that. We need to, one person at a time, we need to change this. And Meandering Pathway, Flow, is the last card, number 24. This is the state that I try to be in on a daily basis, staying in the flow of the universe, surrendering every day to God's will, not my will. This is the flow. Not trying to control, not trying to chase anything. It is just sitting back, and being in the flow of what it is you're after. If it's love, if it's money, if it's a career, do the work. Face the fears, find something to believe in, and stay in the flow. The flow meaning get into the vibrational state of the thing that you want. You don't need to chase it. You don't need to control. You don't need to control others to get what you want or step over others to get what you want. Stay in the flow state. These were really beautiful messages. What is next, Spirit? I'm being guided to the Sacred Destiny card deck. So why did you bring me to this deck, Spirit? Why have you brought me to this deck? What miracles maybe and magic awaits my collective if they find the courage to do this? Oh my friggin' God, I can't make this shit up. Enlightenment. I cannot make this shit up. This card just flew out of the friggin' deck. If you guys follow these steps, choose to grow, choose to believe in the magic of law of attraction, choose to believe in the magic of being an unlimited being with all the potential in the world, you will be free. You will work your way to enlightenment. You will be in the flow state that I am currently in, where all things are attracted to me. I don't chase anything anymore. I don't chase careers. I don't chase men. I don't chase money. I don't chase anything anymore. I sit back and I vibrate at the frequency of the thing that I desire and I wait for it to come to me. That's enlightenment. That is true divinity. I am the divine mother. I am the divine love. I embody the flow. I embody enlightenment, and I can't even make this shit up. I am blown away. That is magical. For that card to fly out, that is magical. Spirit, are there any other additional messages you want my collective to know? Oh, I don't know if I want to... Yeah, I'm not going to take all of this. I am going to take a few though, because they feel very aligned. So the cards that I'm taking are Trust. Again, another flow card came out. And Potential. This card feels like the sky is the limit. This is the unlimited potential. This is it, guys. So like Spirit is confirming, you need to trust what I'm saying, trust what you feel to be right inside of you, because I know you feel it. I know you feel it too, that you are an unlimited being with an unlimited potential. You don't need to be afraid anymore. You don't need to be held back by the distorted masculines running the world right now. We need to change this. We need to change this. You need to get into a flow state where you aren't chasing, you're not controlling, you're not aggressively going after things, because you're going to burn yourself out. That's not how you achieve things anymore, not in this new world. That is not how we achieve things. We need to trust. We need to tap into the law of attraction, tap into our divinity, into our power. Thank you, Spirit. I just saw this card again, the power. And enlightenment is yours. I'm just blown away. Spirit, is there any last oh my God. Wow, we're gonna close it up with this. Happiness. Happiness is the last card to come out of the deck. This feels like the Sun card. I love dolphins too. I've always felt connected to dolphins. They're a very happy animal. Happiness is what awaits you if you can overcome this fear and face it dead in the face and tap into your unlimited potential. I love you guys. I hope you have an incredible day. Mwah.